Assalamu alaikum students. In database systems, today our topic is schemas, mappings and instances. Database schemas. The visual representation of a database, a set of rules that govern a database is called the database schema. A database schema is the skeleton structure that represents the logical view of the entire database. It defines how the data is organized and how the relations among them are associated. It formulates all the constraints that are to be applied on the data. A database schema defines its entities and the relationship among them. It contains a descriptive detail of the database which can be depicted by means of schemas diagrams. It's the database designers who design the schema to help programmers understand the database and make it useful. The formal definition of a database schema is a set of formulas, sentences, called integrity constraints imposed on a database. These integrity constraints ensure compatibility between parts of the schema. All constraints are expressible in the same language. A database can be considered a structure in realization of the database language. The states of a created conceptual schema are transformed into an explicit mapping. The database schema. This describes how real-world entities are modeled in the database. इस तरह हम database को इस तरीके से स्ट्रक्चर करते हैं कि किस तरह database में tables को रखा जाए ताकि वो रियल वर्ल्ड की जो सिचुएशन है उसको डिपिक्ट करे। इसके अलावा जितने भी कंस्ट्रेंट हैं वो भी हम स्कीमा में ही डिफाइन करते हैं इन द सेम लैंग्वेज जिनमें डेटाबेस लिखा जाता है या बनाया जाता है। सो दिस इज़ द रियलाइजेशन ऑफ डेटाबेस लैंग्वेज कि डेटाबेस की लैंग्वेज इस तरह से होती है कि वो डेटाबेस के स्कीमा को ना सिर्फ डिफाइन करती है बल्कि तमाम कंस्ट्रेंट जो है उनको भी अप्लाई करती है। और इस किस्म की जो स्कीमा है या इस किस्म की जो कंस्ट्रेंट है इसको हम एक्सप्लिसिट मैपिंग कहते हैं। A database schema specifies, based on the database administrator's knowledge of possible applications, the facts that can enter the database or those of interest to the possible end users. The notion of a database schema plays the same role as the notion of theory in practical calculus. Thus, a schema can contain formulas representing integrity constraints specifically for an application and the constraints specifically for a type of database, all expressed in the same database language. In a relational database, the schema defines the tables, fields, relationships, views, indexes, packages, procedures, functions, queues, triggers, types, sequences, and materialized views, synonyms, database links, directory, and other elements. A database generally stores its schema in a data dictionary. Although a schema is defined in text database language, the term is often used to refer to a graphical depiction of the database structure. In other words, schema is the structure of the database that defines the objects in the database. However, in Oracle database system, the term schema has a slightly different connotation. Example of two schema integrations. Suppose we want a mediated schema to integrate two travel databases, GoTravel and OKFlight. GoTravel has two relations, GoFlight, flight number, time, meal, oblique yes or no. GoFlight is a table and flight number, time, meal, yes or no are its attribute. Similarly, we have another table, go price, flight number, comma date, comma price. OK flight has just one relation. OK flight table, its attributes, flight number, date, time, price, non-stop, yes, oblique no. The overlapping information in Go Travels and OK Flight schemas could be represented in a mediated schema like this: flight, flight number, date, time, and price. A database schema can be divided broadly into two categories. Number 1, physical database schema. This schema pertains to the actual storage of data and its form of storage like files, indices, etc. It defines how the data will be stored in a secondary storage. Number 2, logical database schema. This schema defines all the logical constraints that need to be applied on the data stored. It defines tables, views and integrity constraints. फिजिकल डेटाबेस स्कीमा हमें ये बताता है कि डाटा फिजिकली हार्ड डिस्क पे कैसे स्टोर किया जाएगा, और लॉजिकल डेटाबेस स्कीमा हमें ये बताता है कि डेटाबेस पे हम क्या कंस्ट्रेंट लगाएंगे, उनके टेबल्स पे क्या कंस्ट्रेंट लगाएंगे ताकि हमारा डाटा बिल्कुल एक्यूरेट रहे, और टेबल, व्यूज और दूसरे जो कंस्ट्रेंट्स हैं वो क्या होंगे. मैपिंग्स. As we know, database has three levels. At the top level is external level oblique view level, which we can say client level. After that, conceptual level oblique logical level, which we say the server level. And number third, internal level, which we know, or which we can say the database. The database management system is responsible for mapping between these three types of schema. It must also check the schemas for consistency. In other words, the database management system must confirm that each external schema is derivable from the conceptual schema, and it must use the information in the conceptual schema to map between each external schema and the internal schema. Means database systems 3 levels पर मुश्तमिल होता है, और इन 3 levels जो कि इंटरनल लेवल, कंसेप्चुअल लेवल और एक्सटर्नल लेवल हैं, तो इंटरनल लेवल और कंसेप्चुअल लेवल के दरमियान मैपिंग होती है ताकि कंसेप्चुअल लेवल पे जो भी टेबल्स हैं वो इंटरनल लेवल से एक्सट्रैक्ट किए जा सकें. इसी तरह एक्सटर्नल व्यू जो है या एक्सटर्नल लेवल है वो कंस्ट्रक्ट किया जा सके फ्रॉम कंसेप्चुअल लेवल. इन सिंपल वर्ड्स, डाटा मैपिंग इज द प्रोसेस ऑफ मैपिंग डाटा फील्ड्स from a source file to their related target file. Target fields. Mapping tasks vary in complexity depending on the hierarchy of the data being mapped, as well as the disparity between the structure of the source and the target. Every business application, whether on premise or cloud, uses metadata to explain the data fields and attributes that constitutes the data, as well as semantic rules that govern how data is stored within that application or repository. For example, Microsoft Dynamics CRM contains several datasets which comprises of different objects such as leads, opportunities and competitors. Each of these datasets have several fields like name, account owner, city, country, job title and more. The application also has a defined schema along with attributes, enumerations and mapping rules. Therefore, if a new record is to be added to the schema of a data object, a data map needs to be created from the data source to the Microsoft Dynamics CRM account. Depending on the number, schema and primary keys and foreign keys of the relational database sets, relational database, data sources, database mappings can have a varying degree of complexity. Depending on the data management needs of an enterprise and the capabilities of the data mapping software, data mapping is used to accomplish a range of data integration and transformation tasks. The importance of data mapping. To leverage data and extract business value of it, the information collected from various external and internal sources must be unified and transformed into a format suitable for the operational and analytical processes. This is accomplished through data mapping, which is an integral step in various data management processes, including data integration. For successful data integration, the source and target data repositories must have the same data model. However, it is rare for any two data repositories to have the same schema. Data migration. Data migration is the process of moving data from one database to another. While there are various steps involved in the process, creating mappings between source and target is one of the most difficult and time-consuming tasks, particularly when done manually. Inaccurate and invalid mapping at this stage not only impact the accuracy and completeness of data being migrated, but can even lead to the failure of the data migration project. Therefore, using a code-free mapping solution that can automate the process is important to migrate data to the destination successfully. Data warehousing. Data mapping in a data warehouse is the process of creating a connection between the source and target tables or attributes. Using data mapping, business can build a logical data model and define how data will be structured and stored in the data warehouse. The process begins with collecting all the required information and understanding the source data. Once that has been done and a data mapping document created, building the transformation rules and creating mappings is a simple process with a data mapping solution. Data transformation. Because enterprise data resides in a variety of locations and formats, data transformation is essential to break information silos and draw insights. Data mapping is the first step in data transformation. It is done to create a framework of what changes will be made to data before it is loaded to the target database. Electronic data interchange. Data mapping plays a significant role in EDI file conversion by converting the files into various formats such as XML, JSON, and Excel. An intuitive data mapping tool allows the user to extract data from the different sources and utilize built-in information, transformations, and functions to map data to EDI formats without writing a single line of code. This helps perform seamless B2B data exchange. Data mapping techniques. Although an essential step in data management process, data mapping can be complex and time consuming. The process of connecting data sources, building mappings for data transformation and integration, and validating the transformed data can take up significant developer resources, particularly when the entire process is done manually. Based on level of automation, data mapping techniques can be divided into three types: manual data mapping, semi-automated data mapping, and automated data mapping. Similarly, types of data mapping tools. Data mapping tools can be divided in broad categories: like on-premise, cloud-based, and open source. Selecting the right data mapping tools that the best fit for the enterprise is critical to the success of any data integration, data transformation, and data warehousing. The process involves identifying the unique data mapping requirements of the business and must-have features. The key to choosing the right data mapping software is research, online reviews. Websites like Captra, G2 Crowd, and Software Advice can be a good starting point to shortlist data mapping software that offer the maximum number of features. The next step would be to classify the feature of data mapping tools into 3 different categories, including must have, good to have, and will not use. Support for a diverse set of open source systems. Conceptual internal mapping. The conceptual schema is related to the internal schema through a conceptual internal mapping. This mapping enables the DBMS to find the actual record or combination of records in physical storage that constitute a logical record in the conceptual schema, together with any constraints to be enforced on the operations for that logical record. It also allows any differences in entity names, attribute names, attribute order, data types, and so on to be resolved. Means जो भी हम डेटाबेस में या फिजिकली हार्ड डिस्क पे स्टोर करते हैं, उस कंसेप्चुअल स्कीमा बिल्ड करते हैं या टेबल्स को बिल्ड करते हैं, तो वो टेबल्स इंटरनल स्कीमास और इंटरनल मैपिंग और कंसेप्चुअल मैपिंग एक दूसरे पर बिल्कुल एक्यूरेटली मैप करनी चाहिए, ताकि जो टेबल के रिकॉर्ड हैं वो आसानी से हम रिट्रीव कर सकें, टुगेदर विद कंस्ट्रेंट कि जो भी कंस्ट्रेंट हमने उन टेबल्स पे लगाए हैं ताकि वो भी साथ के साथ रिट्रीव हों और हमें एक्चुअल डाटा. इंटरनल लेवल स्कीमा. द इंटरनल लेवल स्कीमा डिफाइंस द फिजिकल स्टोरेज स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द डेटाबेस. The internal schema is a very low-level representation of the entire database. It contains multiple occurrences of multiple types of internal record. In the ANSI term, it is also called stored record. The internal schema is the lowest level of data abstraction. It helps you to keep information about the actual representation of the entire database, like the actual storage of the data on the disk in the form of records. The internal view tells us what data is stored in the database and how. It never deals with the physical devices. Instead, internal schema views a physical device as a collection of physical pages. Conceptual schema level. The conceptual schema describes the database structure of the whole database for the community of users. This schema hides information about the physical storage structures and focuses on describing data types, entities, relationships, etc. This logical level comes between the user level and physical storage view. However, there is only single conceptual view of a single database. It defines all database entities, their attributes and their relationships, security and integrity information. In the conceptual level, the data available to a user must contain in or derivable from the physical level. जो है वो मिल सके. External conceptual mapping. Finally, each external schema is related to the conceptual schema by the external conceptual mapping. This mapping enables the DBMS or database management system to map names in the user's view to the relevant part of the conceptual schema. Means the mapping of external or conceptual mapping is done by the tables, the user view. We have same table, but the user view is different. User view 1 is different than the user view 2, depending upon the nature and work of the user. And this mapping can be done from conceptual level to external level. Instances. The data in an external schema describes the part of database which specific user is interested in it. It hides the unrelated details of the database from the user. There may be n number of external views for each database. Each external view is defined using an external schema, which consists of definition of various types of external record that specific view. An external view is just the content of the database as it is seen by some specific particular user. For example, a user from the sales department will only see the sales related data. An external level is only related to the data which is viewed by specific end user. This level includes some external schemas. External schema level is nearest to the user. The external schema describes the segment of the database which is needed for a certain user group and hides the remaining detail from the database from the specific user group. The goal of these mapping or schema is every user should be able to access the same data but able to see a customized view of the data. The user need not to deal directly with physical database storage detail. The DBA should be able to change the database storage structure without disturbing the user's view. The internal structure of the database should remain unaffected when changes made to the physical aspect of storage. One can manage data independence of the physical storage, faster migration to a new graphical environment. DBMS architectures allows to make changes to the presentation level without affecting the other two layers. It is possible to use different sets of developers. It is more secure as a client doesn't have direct access to the database business logic, or in case of the failure of the one tier, no data loss, you are always secure by accessing the other tier. Database at any particular point in time is called a database instance. Means database की state किसी भी सेकेंड किसी भी टाइम पर जो भी database की state होती है उसे हम instance कहते हैं. The schema is specified during the database design process and is not expected to change frequently. However, the actual data in the database may change frequently. For example, it changes every time we insert details of a new member of a staff or a new property. Therefore, many database instances can correspond to the same database schema. The schema is sometimes called the intention of the database. An instance is called an extension or state of the database. A database instance is a set of memory structure and background processes that access a set of database files. The process can be shared by all users. The memory structures that are used to store most queried data from database. This helps us to improve database performance by decreasing the amount of I/O performed against data files. It includes RDBMS software, table structure, stored procedure, and other functions. It is normally used when administrators tend to describe multiple instances of the same database. It is also called as environment in technical terms. One can better understand its working with the help of an example. If an If an organization that has an employee database, this database will have three instances, which are production, that is used for storing live data, pre-production, which is used to test new functionality prior to release for production, development, which is used by database developers in order to create new functionality.